Okay, so I'm gonna introduce Atlas to the mat. He's not seen it before. I'm gonna keep it folded. I'm gonna start teaching him to stay, and then just kind of get him used to stepping on things, which he'll go in the trailer. He's already done that, so it's probably better if you teach that first. But we're gonna do it this way. I can think that. That's actually pretty impressive for him, because he's very worried about things. So every time he goes to be interested in that, I'm gonna click him. So I'm gonna let him touch this for a little bit. I'm gonna put it on his other side, and then I'm gonna put some food on it. And then you don't necessarily need to be in protected contact, but it does help, especially if you're at liberty, because he could jump and run you over or something, so you just don't want that. So I'm just going to feed and reward every time he's going to touch that mat. Excellent. I just want him to pair it with something positive. That's my goal right now. So he's seen it pretty much on this side. I'm going to take it away from him. I'm not going to try and chase him with it. Over here. So it's going to go away, and he's going to come follow it. Come here. I can see out of a different eye. Good. So it's just important when you move them that you don't move it toward him. So if I wanted to move it that way, don't grab it and slide it toward his body. I missed that click. Because that would scare him. I'm going to pull it away from him. Things moving away are going to build his confidence. I probably shouldn't have dropped it on there. Like, it just kind of fell out of my hand. Because now he's going to try to eat it off. But that sound of that might scare them at first, so you might have to be careful about that or use a different kind. Good boy. So I think he's okay to the point where he can eat a treat off here. So I'm just going to give him a handful, and I'm just going to let him explore on his own. It's just going to be like a bowl that he eats out of. It's the same thing, it's just flat. So I'm going to let him doing that. And the other videos, you see me do this with the tarp. And I use like a pool float. It's the same process, but I like them to do it on their own, investigate on their own. Then I'm not forcing them to do it, because then I'm scaring them to do it instead of positively pairing it. And I did the same thing with him in the concrete, because it's all fenced in, so he can't leave like the yard is. So I'm gonna click, and then I'm gonna feed on the mat this time. And I just put some treats, kind of like a trail, like through the concrete, and he just ate one piece, and then he'd put his foot, and then he'd back up, then he'd go, and then he'd eat a little further, and then he was in the middle, and then he'd cross, and he'd go the other way, and he just figured it out on his own, and that was so much easier. Now he's not afraid at all. It literally took 5 minutes, maybe less. I just find it's a lot harder to introduce obstacles when you're on a lead rope, and they're trying to escape, and then you're adding in that pressure, and there's just a lot more stuff going on. So I want them to be positive, and they can kind of figure it out on their own. I'm not forcing it. So I'm gonna wait till he touches it. I'll put some more on there. So when he's done eating this, I'm gonna pull it, and I'm gonna put it back over here and let him eat off of it kind of just from the other side, since he's kind of tipped to the left here. And then I'm gonna see if we'll see if he'll maybe step on it. If not, I will go ahead and open it up, and then I'll just desensitize him to it again. So we'll just kind of see how that goes. So he might actually get close to doing it on his own if I put the treat down here. Put it down here and see if he'll kind of take a step on his own. He might not. Good boy. He kind of touched it with his hoof, so I just clicked and gave him some more. Just gonna kind of pull it away from him. See if he'll kind of approach approach it on his own. That's what I want. So I want him to come toward it because it's a target now because he's touched it multiple times and gotten a reward. So when I pull it away and he comes toward it, and I'm clicking and rewarding because I want those feet to go toward it. And I also have my target, so that might help as well. It's gonna pull it away from the fence a bit so he can kind of step on it and not be afraid of the fence. There we go. So he knows how to hand target too. Same process as a handheld target, whatever you want it to be. It's just easy because I always have it ready to go. So he knows how to follow the hand target, and that's what I'd rather have him do versus have the lead rope and ask with pressure. So I'm just gonna ask him to, and he touched it with his cuff. And he can back off. It's not a big deal. But probably for today, this is all he's gonna do is just associate with the mat. And I think it's gonna be easier for him to put his foot on when it's just unfolded. Because it's just folded over once. So next time I'll come out, I'll open it and do the same thing. I didn't even think he would get to that point where he was gonna put his foot on today. I'm actually pretty surprised. So I'm gonna let him eat. I wanna pull this off and go the other way because I think he's more going to step on it with that inside, closest to me, right front. So hold it over here and see if he'll step on it with that loop. So if he just kind of step toward it, we'll take that. And I'll ask him with my hand target. Actually hoping for that other one, but we'll see if he'll do it this time. It's not a big deal. We'll take that. Good boy. Yep, and that's all I'll do with him today for the mat. That's perfect. I honestly didn't think I would get to that point. I thought he was going to have it unfurled. But that looks really nice, so that's where we'll stop with that. And then next time I'm going to unfold it, do the same thing, and then work my way up to having both feet. So I'll have that one foot consistently and then have both feet, and then start working on the stay. So it's just a big target like for their feet, not necessarily their nose. So that was awesome.